This is part 2 of Curious George Rides a Bike. You remember last time when we finished, George had an accident with his bicycle. So he started carrying his bicycle, but soon it got too heavy. George did not know what to do. His new bike was spoiled. The newspapers were gone. He wished he had listened to his friend and kept close to the house. Now he just stood there and cried. Oh boy. Suddenly his face brightened. Why, he had forgotten that he could ride on just one wheel. He tried it and it worked. He had hardly started out again when he saw something he had never seen before. Rolling towards him came an enormous tractor with huge trailers behind it. Looking out of the tractors were all sorts of animals. To George, it looked like a zoo on wheels. The tractor stopped, and two men jumped out. "Well, well," said one of the men, "a little monkey, who can ride a bike bronco fashion. We can use you in our animal show tonight. I am the director of the show, and this is Bob. He can straighten your wheel and fix that flat in no time at all, and then we'll all take you along to the place where the show is going to be." So the three of them got into the cab and drove off. "Maybe you could play a fanfare while you ride your bike in the show," the director said. "I have a bugle for you right here, and later on you'll get a coat and cap just like Bob's." On the showgrounds, everyone was busy getting things ready for the show. "I must do some work now," said the director. "Meanwhile, you may have a look around and get acquainted with all the animals. But you must not feed them, especially the ostrich, because he will eat anything and might get very sick afterwards." George was curious. Boy, would the ostrich really eat anything? He wouldn't eat a bugle, or would he? George went a little closer to the cage, and before he knew it, the ostrich had snatched the bugle and tried to swallow it. But a bugle is hard to swallow even for an ostrich. It got stuck in his throat. Funny sounds came out of the bugle as the ostrich was struggling with it, all blue in the face. George was frightened. Fortunately, the men had heard the noise. They came rushing to the cage and got the bugle out of the ostrich's mouth just in time. The director was very angry at George. "We cannot use little monkeys who don't do as they are told," he said. "Of course, you cannot take part in the show now. To be continued in a little while. Next episode coming up. Bye."